$100,000 is how much e-com expert, YouTuber, and entrepreneur Sebastian Ghiorghiu is giving away with his crazy new event, the Shopify Olympics. In this event, everyone participating is trying to generate $500 or more in revenue with their own Shopify stores. Because once you hit that number, your name will be entered into a prize pool where you and 14 other lucky people can potentially win $5,000 each. And the person who can generate the most amount of revenue by the end of the Olympics will win the $25,000 grand prize. And let's just say there's only one prize I want in this challenge, and it isn't the 5K. So in this video series, you're going to join me in the Shopify Olympics to see if we can create some profitable stores and win the grand prize of $25,000. But enough talking, let's get to work by smashing that like and subscribe button and creating our plan. So first off, I believe we will have our best odds of winning if we don't just test out one, but multiple products at the same time. And I don't mean through a general or niche store.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about creating multiple stores, baby. That way, the more stores we get over $500 in revenue, the more we can enter into the raffling. In translation, the better chances of us winning that shmoney. This also means I'm gonna have to sit down and spend an ample amount of time thoroughly choosing the best products to sell in this series, which ultimately will be our first step in our plan. After I have chosen 3 Grammy-winning products, my second step will be creating a store for each one of them. And once I have poured my blood, sweat, and tears into each store, my next step will be getting some ad creatives for each of my chosen products, and then getting them shown to as many people as possible through advertising. After we've completed all those steps, we're gonna see our results at the end of each week and decide which products we keep and which products we ditch. We're gonna do this until we are officially done with the Olympics. And heck, this is $5,000 and potentially $25,000 we are talking about here. So it's safe to say I'm going all out for this. Meaning I'm willing to spend hundreds and potentially thousands of dollars for this event. So without further ado, let's begin. Today is day 1 of the series, and surprise, surprise, we are already running late to this challenge.
This challenge starts today.
The Olympics officially started a couple of weeks ago at the time I'm recording this, which means we only have roughly 44 days left. But because I'm such a dropshipping guru, just consider my lateness as me giving everyone a head start, so it's fair, you know? Nonetheless, let's get started on our first step, which is finding our 3 products. Since we are in Sebastian's own event, I figured it would be best if I utilized the actual resources he recommends. And a big resource he keeps repeating is his Discord.
In the Discord,
join the Discord.
Now, I was in here to get some product recommendations, and by the end of my exploration, everything kept leading me to this one e-com tool called Adseria. Now, I don't usually use product finding apps, but after researching this one, I can say this is an exception, and let me tell you why. Adseria is an all-in-one AI dropshipping platform. Seriously, AI. Not only am I able to find thousands upon thousands of winning products all in one dashboard, but I can also see hand-picked products specifically for me. In addition to that, if I want to analyze other stores online, I can simply enter their URL and check out details such as their best-selling products, their social media engagement, and even their installed store apps. But that's not all. My favorite tool so far has to be their product analyzer, where I can input any product and receive back a complete analysis to see how profitable it is, along with loads of other information. Choosing your product is by far the most important step when it comes to building an e-commerce store. So for those of you who are actually serious about dropshipping, make sure to click the link in my description and enter the coupon code ADSERIA10 when signing up. Anyways, after scrolling through loads and loads of winning products, I think I found the perfect 3 to get me started in this series.
Yes,
the first product I chose was this anti-gravity humidifier simply because it looks insanely wicked. And since we're heading into the winter season, I figured not many people want their skin to get caught lacking. The second product I found was this thick weaved blanket, and like I mentioned before, winter's coming. Then for my final product, I found these shoes that increases someone's height by a couple of inches just by wearing them. I need to get me some. Now, step 2. In order to actually qualify myself and my stores for this competition, I had to register multiple times on their website. And this is gonna take me at least a few hours to crank all these stores out, so let's get it. Oh my gosh, I'm literally sweating right now. Jeez Louise, man. All right, so the stores are finally finished, and here is a preview of what they look like. So step 2 is done. Now it is time to create some juicy ad creatives. When I headed back to Discord to find some recommendations, I kept seeing mentions about a platform called Viral Ecom Ads. I've heard some great things about them, so I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of ad creatives they come up with. And like I said before, I'm going to drop some serious money on this competition. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose a pretty good package. I'll be ordering TikTok split testing for each product I have. And they'll take a couple days to get ready, so I will see you all then. Surprisingly enough, the next day while I was doing my normal routine, I got this notification on my phone. No, not that notification, but a different one saying that my ads were finished and ready to roll, which really surprised me because of how quickly the service got all 3 of our ads done. And let me tell you, they looked pretty darn good. Now I did happen to receive the ads late that night, so I was absolutely grinding on getting everything set up. Are you kidding? Look at that yarn. That way our ads could begin running as soon as tomorrow morning and run the entire day with potentially no problems. And my plan is to give each product $100 to test out within the next couple of days. Once the 2 days of testing are up, we're gonna see which products we vote off the island. Day 3, the ads were live, active, and they were spending. As I waited for the products to prove themselves to me, I continued my normal routine until the day was coming to a close. Alright, so the first day of testing is coming to an end, and it didn't turn out as I was hoping. We have no sales on all of our stores, and the only nibble we have managed to get was on the humidifier. Now I know I'm not super advanced when it comes to all the algorithms and everything, but one thing I do plan on changing is separating all the product ads into different ad groups, rather than having them all bunched up like I did before. We need to get some sales going, otherwise we'll be starting off this competition on quite arguably the worst foot possible. Tomorrow came and the new ads were live. I was really hoping these changes within the ads were gonna get the stores off the ground, but from what I was seeing, still no activity. Around midday, I was getting really tense. I still had no sales on any of my stores and was truly beginning to doubt myself. I mean, seriously, it's my first week, I'm already running late and I can't get a single sale. Not to mention, I've already spent hundreds on this competition and now I'm questioning if I'll even be able to submit one entry into this event. Things were looking grim. Nevertheless, later that night while I was in the middle of editing, things started to look up. I was literally in the middle of editing and we got our first couple of sales. Let's go. That's right, within 5 minutes we got our first couple of sales with 2 separate orders for some thick bulky blankets, making our revenue shoot up to $175 for one of our stores. Checking in on other stores, our humidifier has spent its entire ad budget and has left us with no sales. Our shoes were having some trouble spending on ads, so I had to quickly tinker with some of the settings to get them going. But we still have roughly $50 left to test for the shoes, so I'm thinking there's still hope for an order or 2 out there. On that note, let's get some shut-eye and head into the final day for week 1. Alright, so our final ad budget is coming to an end. The sun is getting real low, so I think it's time for us to see which products we keep and which products we vote off the island. Without a doubt, the humidifier is definitely getting voted off the island for this week and will need to be replaced. For our blankets, we finished with $175 in revenue, and even though we lost some money, I want to carry it into next week where I have a couple of ideas for it, so it stays. Finally, our elevator shoes finished up today with a few nibbles, but ended with no sales. However, I do really like this product and may or may not carry them into next week. Let me know what your thoughts are and make sure to subscribe so you stay up to date on this series. To continue watching, click episode 2 right now.